Hey guys, what's going on? Chris here with Shughead Gaming, and welcome to my review for The Perfect Sniper, developed by Sin Studio Incorporated and released on PSVR May 29th for an estimated $15, depending on your market. The Romano family has taken over the city and the cops are powerless to stop them. Grab your sniper rifle and be the hero the city needs. Does this single-player sniper game hit its mark? Let's find out. As always guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you want to see more PSVR content from me, you know the deal, hit that subscribe button, and for updates, remember to hit that bell icon. As always, graphics are up first. Developed by a one-man team, The Perfect Sniper is a valiant effort. But it has a huge shortcoming that it needed to nail, and that is draw distance and clarity of objects off in the distance. As you would imagine, you spend most of your time perched up high on buildings and shooting your targets from blocks away. Unfortunately, much of the level is foggy, and it only gets worse as you go out. This problem is compounded by objects becoming severely jagged as you look out as well. Looking down the scope does help to bring these into view a bit, but I found myself constantly struggling to identify targets based on small character details that you're given by your boss. Looking for a guy who is smoking amongst 8 other guys at night with the current visuals is not fun, and eventually ended up with me killing random guys and restarting until I found the target by process of elimination. Outside of these issues, the visual style is reminiscent of mid-90s 3D arcade games, but with a slightly higher resolution. Shadow detail and any other graphical effects are at a minimum, as is any environment lighting. The gun model in your hands look fairly decent, and the feeling of height and distance is also well done. All in all, I knew going in that this game was going for a simplified look, but the real killer here is the draw distance and overall graphic fidelity. I'm not sure if the PC version fared better, but on PSVR it's a bit of a mess. It's playable in this state, but be warned. And that brings us to sound. Sound design actually fares much better than the graphics. Gun sounds are powerful, realistic, and have a nice reverb when popping off a shot. Further, the story and your objectives are delivered well by the voice actor, and this helped to set a tone for the game. Other world sounds are just okay, and while they didn't hurt the game, they aren't helping either. The one sore spot on the sound side is the generic rock tracks. These programmed sounding guitar riffs come off as radio rock rejects and really don't work for the mob atmosphere the game is going for. Gameplay is up next. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. This game is a janky, unfinished mess. I've read that on PC this has come a long way, and it needed to come along a bit further before jumping to PSVR. Jumping into the game, I realized immediately why this game was likely delayed time after time. The biggest sin committed by this game is the sloppy tracking controls. This can be played with either 2 move controllers or the PSVR aim. Of course I went with the aim, and sat down as recommended by the game. What I was greeted with was gun drift and an incredibly jumpy scope when I brought the scope up to my eye level. Aiming sights have always been the aim's kryptonite, as the camera has an extremely hard time tracking the gun tip when brought up to the headset's lights. As such, a sniper game is a poor fit unless extreme optimization is used. Farpoint. And it wasn't done here. Standing up actually helped, as my camera had a better cross angle, but it still made accurate shooting a chore, if not impossible. However, the moves fared better, and it was obvious that the game had been built for this method of control. Aiming and tracking was significantly better, but still far from being good. In addition, the use of 2 hands was more tactile, as you were required to cock the rifle between shots. This added to the whole sniper vibe. I love the aim, so here's hoping it gets some update love. Until then, I fully recommend using the moves. Outside of tracking hell, the game just comes off as one big missed opportunity. Missions are extremely quick, simple, and boring, and intercut with car missions that seemed slow and break the overall flow of the game. Hit detection is also extremely poor, as many times, even when my controller wasn't hopping around, and I hit the target square in the chest, the character would simply just not react. This often resulted in a fail and another loading screen. The campaign will take you approximately 40 minutes to complete, and replay value will be relegated to the simple arcade mode. Skill is not a factor here, as the game is never difficult, so don't expect to be honing your sniper talents in arcade mode. And that brings us to fun factor and my final verdict. I really wanted to like this game. Even with its simple graphics, I was excited for this to come to PSVR, and especially with aim support. Unfortunately, this game is unfinished, frustrating, and ultimately disappointing. I rate games on a scale of buy, wait for a sale, or burn it to the ground. This is a burn it to the ground, or at least a deep sale for those still interested in a simple sniper game. I'm hoping for some patches, but as this game was in development hell and was suddenly just dropped on us, it reeks of a game that was unfinished and just put out to die. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. I'm Chris from Shughead Gaming. If you like this video, hit that like button. And if you want to see more PSVR content from me, please consider subscribing. I'll catch you on my next video.